Derek Hornaday. I am chef and owner of Fusion Street.
Did you get in detail? If we was to click the foodie pass, what would that lead to?
Dude, I tell you what, I like this foodie pass thing. Go on our website, order your food, okay? Order your food and come and pick it up at the next location if you're unable to.
So much marketing going on and so many choices. This makes it right at the hands for you to order from Fusion Street. Visit Vegas Places. You definitely tuned in with your host, Coyle. This is episode 17. I'd like to thank everybody who's listening in and all my listeners who's tuned in. Today I have a special guest with us, which is Chef Derek Hornaday, and he owns Fusion Street. You guys have seen my review on Fusion Street recently at the T-Mobile Arena. Derek, I appreciate your presence, man. How are you doing today, Derek?
My pleasure. Everything is good, man. Cannot complain. Thank you for having me.
Man, thank you. Introduce yourself to the audience and let them know all your social media handles and where can we find you, Derek?
Hey, my name is Derek Hornaday. I am chef and owner of Fusion Street. Just a quick note, when you come to Fusion Street, it's all about foodicians. Chefs train at Fusion Street and they become foodicians. You can find us on Facebook under Fusion Street, or you can even go to my personal tag, Derek Hornaday. You can find us on Instagram under Fusion Street, LV as in Las Vegas. You can also find us on Yelp. We definitely appreciate the feedback, any improvement, or just congratulations. So not scared of Yelp. Come on out.
All right, man. I appreciate that, Derek. And definitely this man has the fire dishes. If you guys know it or even following on Visit Vegas Places, you guys have already seen a review on some of the dishes, and I usually dwell in on the dishes, Derek. I'm going to do a little twist on this one.
No doubt.
On your website, which is a beautiful website, Derek. I want to know, let's get in there where if one can go on to your website, and you guys can go to his website too, which is his name is Fusion Street. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
What is the website, Derek, where they can reach you?
The website is FusionStreetLasVegas.com. A good thing about that website, I just want all the listeners to know that Fusion Street is just what it is. One day you'll go to their website, be like, oh my God, it changed up. That's what Fusion Street is. We've chosen that category so that when you go to our website, you know, there's something new. We're going to bring you something that you love, but there's going to always be something new.
Yes, sir. And could you explain to the audience? I know when I go to the website, I notice most of the trucks have is the food pass. The foodie pass. Could you get in detail? If we was to click the foodie pass, what would that lead to?
Dude, I tell you what, I like this foodie pass thing, man. Because oftentimes I know people, they get caught up and, you know, they have intentions to go eat somewhere and they get caught up, schedules change. One good thing about the foodie pass, it allows you the opportunity to go on our website, order your food. Okay. Order your food and come and pick it up at the next location. If you're unable to make that location, you don't lose your money. Your money is still out there. Your money is still good. Come to the food truck, show me your foodie pass, scan your code, and there you got it. We got it for you. The foodie pass is awesome, man. It definitely allows you also, if you know that we got a event coming up, then, you know, and you're going to be there, go ahead and order today. If you know you're going to be there, your food will be ready when you come up. One thing I do is swipe your foodie pass. We'll make that order. You're already good. I love it. Great idea by, if I can say Street Food Drive, put me on to that, man. And I've been rolling with it ever since.
Yes, sir, man. And that's Brian, man. Shouts out to Brian Alexander, Street Food Drive.
Absolutely.
You guys well aware of him. Yeah, man, that makes it so convenient. It is so convenient. It is easy, especially in Las Vegas when a lot of our tourists, even our locals and travelers, they are always on the go. It's either hard to,
Yep.
with so much marketing going on and so many choices, this makes it right at the hands for you to order from Fusion Street. And definitely Chef Derek has some of the dishes that you can definitely crave for. I ordered all of them. Man, this was some good stuff. Man, the country grammar. So the country grammar, which was the smoked brisket slider, was the best. With the potato salad, give us a story behind the country grammar.
Oh
Slider.
man, I love the country grammar. If you didn't hear it in my voice, then know that I am from St. Louis. One of the things we do in the backyards of St. Louis, it is consistent. I don't care what side of town you go on. You do not separate your potato salad from your barbecue sandwich. It becomes a spread. You throw it right on top, some pickled onions, close it up, and that's a wrap.
See, that was new to me, and I definitely enjoyed it. That potato sauce was definitely good, which I can imagine was homemade, correct?
Oh, absolutely. And that's one good thing about Fusion Street. We don't play around. We don't bring anybody else flavors into Fusion Street. We create our own, from the sauces, the rubs, the seasonings, you name it. We bring. One thing we don't do is grow the cows and the chickens. Give us an opportunity, though.
Right.
Let us get a little bigger.
That's right. That's right. And I see that in the Destin with these flavors, and you keep going the route that you're going. Also with the customer service, which goes hands in hand to the quality of the food, was superb. And I commend you with that.
Thank you,
man.
You
did a great job. Hey, let's get that ninth. Go ahead, sir.
Oh no, you brought up a good thing about the different flavors, and I think I'm about to preload your next one. Keep in mind, we're not only proprietary. We also study food. You know, food isn't just a game. Yeah, okay. I grew up cooking, but I still didn't take that for granted. You know, my travels through the military and everything helped me experience a lot of different cultures, a lot of different cuisines. And that's what we want to do with our American comfort food, is bring those different international type flavors from a real standpoint. It's not that you're getting a hint of that flavor. You're actually getting traditional flavors from other countries and cultures through Fusion Street.
Man. Beautiful, and you can taste them all, which was different. I'm a foodie, and this was something I've never had. It exceeded my expectations. Give us a brief on the Ninth Island, which was my wife and I, that blueberry barbecue sauce. We never had anything like it. Give us a quick story behind your Ninth Island.
Well, yeah, I love the Ninth Island. I have to be honest with you, man. The Ninth Island was influenced, and it was influenced by my girlfriend. Pam is from Hawaii, and I want to make sure that not only did I bring like the country grammar we just talked about, something from my hometown, I want to bring something from my girlfriend's hometown. She's motivated us a lot to get to where we are, you know. So the Ninth Island is definitely dedicated to Pam, and it is a Kahlua pork, and it's a true Kahlua pork, you know, salted pork and also smoked. Only difference in traditional technique is I don't have a hole in the ground to put that pig in and cover it up, but you know. But the end result is still wow, you know. And then what I do with that Kahlua pork is I wanted to do something that brought out the tropicalness of the Kahlua pork, you know, especially when we think about islands, but I didn't want to be insulting. Every time somebody think of Hawaii, they throw a pineapple on it. That's more Caribbean to me. You know what I'm saying? So instead of being insulting, you know, I was like, you know what? Blueberry isn't necessarily a tropical fruit, but when you bring that blueberry with that North Carolina technique of doing barbecue sauce, vinegar base, dude, I tell you what, it brings a certain tropicalness to it, even though it's not a tropical fruit. And then also, you know, it definitely it elevates the expectations on sauces out here. You know, we hear about the same old things. We hear about the Alabamas, the Carolinas, you know what I'm saying, the Texas and all that. But, you know, I just kind of want to bring something a little different with a Carolina style that you never tried before. And that blueberry off the chain. Now, on top of that, I want to give you a little sting with that Kahlua pork. So what I did is I candied up some jalapenos, candied up some Fresno peppers, made some slaw, and booyah.
Oh, That's where it goes to tie into the Fresno slaw, and I was going to get into where is that? That was my first time hearing that. I'm a coleslaw guy too, so where does the Fresno slaw come from?
It again is dare to be different. It was what
Right,
can I do
right.
that was different. You look at all your slaws out there; they're pretty traditional. They're pretty standard across the board. I just want to do something different. That's it. I'm gonna tell you what, man, my whole platform is
Mm-hmm.
what can I do different on that?
Right,
I don't
right.
believe I can get as creative with something like a stroganoff, but hey, you bring me something that's kind of old school, I'll try to do something different to it to kind of make it pop, for today.
You are achieving it too. So you are achieving that successfully. And I like the fact that you mentioned the labor it goes into this the brisket and also the smoked pork, which definitely all of the meat from Fusion Street melts in your mouth. So definitely it just melts right in your mouth. You can taste the flavor. It's funny. You're from St. Louis. I'm from Los Angeles. And I've been here in Vegas. Is going on 18 years. So out here, when I was in college, it was a young lady. I met her. She was Hawaiian, and they lived off deep down there by where the Tropicana and where the stadium is.
Uh-huh.
So when I went, there was a party they were having. And she said, "Yeah, we have all kind of food, Hawaiian food. First time, being exposed to it." So I'm like, okay, I'm in the desert. I'm aware of. I've been coming to the desert since I was a kid with my family. So
Right.
she goes to the back and she's like, "Yeah, I want to show you where we cook barbecue. Cook the pig." She pulls off the tarp. And I be damn if the hole was
Yep.
digged, and I'm like, whoa! And it was hot. Like, it was funny as we got closer to the tarp, it was feeling a little more hot. And I'm like, what is this? So I'm like,
Yes,
I said,
sir.
you cooked that in the hole? So she said, if I can recall, it was more than that day. Because I'm thinking they just did it in that day. And it was like, no, this was a process that we've been building and been going.
Yeah.
So she took me in the house, and then the meat was on this rice. That meat, it was like candy, and and that's why I brung that up, because you was the second experience of me having that from that time I had that, and when you said that, it just brought back that memory of like that's where it was, and
If
he's
you
right.
notice, brother, if you notice the menu, I am a spicy sweet with a hint of salt chef.
Okay.
You're gonna get that savory, but definitely you're gonna get the sweet. Some of our sauces, I try to
Right.
highlight that. One day when you get out there, don't forget to say, D, let me try the drool. The drool is really
Drool.
specific to the way
Okay.
I like to do food, whether it's sauces, whether it's marinades. When you take a taste of the drool, it's a spicy marinara. When you
Mm-hmm.
taste the sweetness of the brown sugar, and then all of a sudden it's
Mm-hmm.
like a Mike Tyson punch coming at you from the left side, blind side. It kicks you, but
Oh
it's that kick
man.
that it's like it's a wow, but then it tapers off really
Mm-hmm.
good. You know what I'm saying, dude?
Perfected,
Yeah. So
perfected, and then not only that, you could tell it tastes your green in it, and that's one thing we were discussing. Like, man, you can also taste the freshness of the green, in the food, which made it different. Also, it was so many like different flavors burst, but they all complemented each other. Once it all dissolved in your mouth,
you
and I can tell you spent time to master that.
And with Fusion Street too, man, it's almost like we almost take a approach to food in terms of there's some chefs out here they go by the day in terms of what's in the market. I believe that those
Mm,
chefs are some of the baddest chefs out there because every time you taste their food, it's freshly made their day based on market value things, from vegetables all the way up to protein. There are a lot of
correct.
things that I refuse to just prep a day or 2 days in advance. It has to be prepped that day for that particular reason, because we always want to be an example of fresh. We always want to be an example of, proprietary, being able to get something homemade with traditional flavors, but you also taste the cilantro, you taste the peppers, you taste the honey, you taste the pepper,
Right. Yes, and it all complemented each other, and I commend you for that. I can give you with the Piggy Smalls too. That was the tacos. Now we get those two. Keep in mind, audience, the country grammar and the island ninth island blueberry with the blueberry barbecue sauce. Those were the sliders. Now the tacos. Definitely cannot sleep on the tacos, which were excellent. He had the Piggy Smalls, which was the smoked pork. Also this meat, which melted in your mouth. In that pico was great, man. That was some of your homemade pico de gallo, also correct?
Oh, absolutely. And it's funny you picked on the pico, and the pico I thought was probably one of the most simplest layers on there. One thing that outside of the way we smoke our pork and our meat, period, I think it exceeds expectations, because if you notice, it's a smoked meat, but you don't taste any dryness, or there's no dry textures to that meat at all. There's a secret behind that. I'll tell you about it off air. But nevertheless,
that's right. And
go ahead.
No, you're good. Go ahead now. Go ahead.
But with that Piggy Smalls, one of the biggest things that I want to bring to people's taste buds on that Piggy Smalls was the hatch green chili aioli. There's a lot of places. When I got to Vegas, I'm telling you, man, I'm from the Midwest, St. Louis. I never heard of Hatch, New Mexico, nor Hatch green chili. I always thought green chilies were green chilies. You know what I'm saying? And until, I moved west, I really started getting into the differences and the intricacies of chilies and what type of flavor profiles they bring to a dish. Hatch, man, I'm telling you, Hatch is definitely a platinum chili from Hatch, New Mexico. Dude, I'm telling you, drive through Hatch between August and September, and you're just completely subdued by the smell of roasting Hatch. It's being roasted everywhere. And one thing I wanted people to do, I wanted Hatch to seep through their pores when they ate this taco. So one of the things is the smoked pork and the way we do that, yes. But that Hatch green chili aioli that's up under that pico that you like, dude, I'm telling you, it sets the standard on what Hatch aioli should be.
Yes, sir. And then when you were saying the secret of your meat, where I discussed, we tried a lot of the barbecue. It's real hard for a chef to really like blend that barbecue or even anything smoked with the taco without taking it away from the taco flavor or it being a taco. And you pulled that off. And it was weird because the meat also not only not supposed to have a dry taste or even just taste like wood, you had seasoning in your meat. Like it not only melted in my mouth, but it was bursting with flavors. It didn't just have the meat taste. I had a flavored taste.
Thank you, big brother.
Yes,
Thank you.
That's something worth going back for over and over again. And then not to mention when we was speaking on the green, the tropical clucker, my wife's from Belize. That was, man, that tropical clucker, hands down. Again, with the Fresno slaw, I loved it. That slaw was perfect. And then it was jerk chicken. Who knows how to do jerk chicken tacos like that? I haven't seen it done or tasted it like that. Hey, how did you come upon that?
Like I said, I have a lot of fun with food, man. A foodie chef is a crazy experience, dude. Cause it's no limits.
Right.
It's no limits.
Right.
That's why I love gastronomy.
You are right.
Gastronomy is taking restaurants. But back to that tropical clucker. The tropical clucker, man, is special to me for a lot of reasons. In my logo, each symbol in that logo tells a lot of culinary stories. There's a lot of stories behind that logo. And I chose that logo so that people can ask questions, so that we can have those conversations, because there's a lot of interesting culinary experiences, a lot of overseas experiences. Well, that jerk chicken is a Barbados experience. When I was 22, this is when the Dead Sea Scrolls were still alive. I'm not that old, but when I was in the military, man, I hung out with some locals in Barbados, and they were actually having a get together over at their house. And I was just kind of talking to one of the guys' moms who was in there cooking, and she gave me a recipe for the curry goat. And when she gave me a recipe for the curry goat, she also showed me how to make jerk chicken spices right, especially dry, because, she's like, if it's wet, don't get it, make all your spices dry and good. I tell you what she helped me perfect with that spice, I've used it since then, haven't changed the note on it, and it has been excellent. When the tropical clucker came around, one of my chefs at the time, I was telling him, look, man, I'm going to put out this jerk chicken taco. He thought the same, man. It's how you going to pull that off with the corn tortillas.
Exactly.
And clash. It's like, all right, check it out. We're going to do it. So I made up an aioli with the Caribbean curry. And so I made up the aioli, jerked up the chicken. We started off with 5 pounds. We're doing like 50 pounds at a time. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, that's how I'm going to do it, homie. I'm going to make sure I come correct like I did back in the day and keep it consistent. And mine is the best jerk chicken out there. Yeah.
All right. You hear it, man. Hey, again, if you just tuning in, Derek Hornaday, Fusion Street. Derek, give them all your social media handles. And also, where can they find you this weekend? This weekend coming up. All right. Where can they find you as far as this weekend coming up on the 27th and the 28th?
Perfect. I tell you what, Derek Hornaday with Fusion Street, one of the top physicians on the street of Las Vegas. You can find us on Instagram at Fusion Street LV, on Fusion Street. On Facebook is Fusion Street. You can find us on Yelp under Fusion Street. You can also search us on FusionStreetLasVegas.com. Also, next week, you can come down to T-Mobile Arena where the Fusion Streets will be turning up that top chef cuisine. You know it. 26.
Yes, sir. And he's not hard to find when you go down to T-Mobile. 26, 27, and 28. Yes, sir. I might even, I'll have to slide down there and set up.
Oh,
he's real easy to find you by the statue. Yeah.
You missed the chef special last night, big brother. You missed the chef special.
Man,
the chef special was a bulgogi salmon with a homemade kimchi on top.
Ooh,
yes, sir.
That would have been a nice birthday. Yeah, my birthday.
Yes, sir.
My birthday was the 19th, so I was busy. Yeah, I was busy on that. I will be there though on the 27th.
Hey, can I say one thing before you roll? Just so people know that the food is truly fun, but it's also educational as well. There's a lot of food with some interesting names. I named some of the things to either draw laughter or to stimulate thought. You know what I'm saying? So the De La Soul, which is my favorite because I'm a hip hop head, man. There's a video of me actually breakdancing just a few weeks ago on Instagram. So I'm still 51 years old. I'm still a hip hop head. And De La Soul, if you remember back in the day, was one of the coldest underground groups, so a true hip hop groups. We call it underground, but nevertheless, it's SOUL. Since I went with kimchi and bulgogi, that's being Korea. What's the capital of Korea? Seoul, SEOUL on that taco. It's called a De La Soul. It's one of the baddest bulgogi kimchi tacos on the street. You hear me?
I love the innovative names. That was the first thing I noticed. Also, the kids. That catches the kids' eyes, too, so that's good marketing tactic. What you're doing, I see that is trending with most of the new the new restaurants. Everyone's putting a spin to their name of their items. It's kind of like coming up with song titles almost. So
Yep.
that's real cool. You have to be more innovative and creative, which you are pulling off. One thing I want to key in that you did mention is your Instagram listeners. Definitely Fusion Street Instagram is active. I know there's a lot of establishments that do have social media handles but aren't too active. One thing I will commend Derek with, he is active. You can see him post daily. And I'm sure with you being busy, that is a hard task. I myself understand that is a hard task, and I love it because I love when you post new stuff. So I'm starting to understand when people are following you, they look for new stuff. So it is important to keep, fresh new postings coming, to keep the, the audience and your fans aware of what's going on with you. And you do a good job at that, Derek, on keeping us posted and also keeping your social media handles up to date.
Thank you, big brother. Stay tuned. Coming up in a couple weeks, you'll be eating some Thai. We'll be going towards some of our Asian fusion food, which one I'll give you a little secret because there's the holidays. There will be a pumpkin curry rolling, a shrimp pumpkin curry rolling from Fusion Street in the next 2 weeks.
Okay. Ooh, I can't wait for that. And one thing I wanted to tie in too is, Derek, you're a man of many hats. I want to get into let the audience know a little about your nutritional consultant and meal prep
Okay.
services. Let them know about that.
Well, a lot of that came from one being a 27-year paramedic and during that time, being into a lot of fitness and everything like that. And I took for granted, even in fitness, that as long as you eat right and work out, well, there's a lot of layers to eating right. And I had to learn what those are,
That's right.
especially with people's different, allergies, medications that they may be taking, and how those medications may be affected by some of the food. Even spices affect certain effects of medications. You know what I'm saying? And some of them have an untoward effect that, you as a person that's dealing with someone when you're doing meal prep, especially for fitness or health reasons, really have to dive into that client's, almost their medical history, provide HIPAA laws, agreed upon, provided. But nevertheless, you can't get into nutrition if you don't understand nutrition all the way down to the medical element. It's not just about having good, clean, raw, healthy food. It's also about what's the condition of the person consuming the food. So I do a really focused plan with individuals who have like either maybe diabetes issues with anxiety, issues with high blood pressure, high cholesterol. So we develop a meal plan around those different things. People who want to get into it for the sake of, increasing their athleticism. We have meal prep approaches toward that, especially not just what we cook, but also I advise them on certain supplementation that they have to make sure that they're doing, because oftentimes we work out, we feel like, okay, we're going to work out, we're just going to eat right. Well, you just put your body in a different status. You increase the activity and everything. Now you have to put the food in to compensate for that increased activity. And sometimes we fall short on that, or even knowing what that means with eating and supplementing. The meal prep, the meal prep and the chef thing is truly mostly a one-on-one with clients that I deal with, and I got a lot of room for that,
That's good, man. I was just about thinking when you're talking, like you just unfolded a whole new talent. That's a whole nother session. That's a whole nother session. That's good stuff. So that's something that you can take advantage of from Chef Derek if you listen.
When I post, man, it's not. Yes, it's branding when I post. When I say that Fusion Street is taking it to the next level, it's truly that, because I'm in my playground, so I can do whatever I want to do when I'm in my own playground, right? Just note also, Fusion Street is about mentorship. Right now, we're working out an agreement with the Pearson Center over in Northtown to set up a mentoring program for a lot of the kids over there and try to, kind of refuel some of those fires. COVID knocked down a lot of those flames of interest for the culinary. So if we can just provide that, if it's just learning how to cook, if it's learning, table side manners, or, teaching a kid how to, keep their books in check. Or
I love it.
My thing is the biggest, most important part of that mentorship is the class that they get before they can even step on the truck. And that class is called Protecting Your Character. You can't get out there as an entrepreneur. And I want to show, basically, because I come from those grassroots ladder streets and number streets. You know what I'm saying? How we can go from the number streets and set our own standard later on. And that's what I'm bringing back.
That's right. Man, I love that right there. Now, if you need any assistance with the Pearson, for me, you let me know. I like that you're teaching that with the kids.
I need all the help from brothers like you and everybody. Yes,
I'm here because while you're teaching the kids that, I'm thinking the thing that I can teach these kids to do what I do. Why not teach them how to review the food, write out good reviews, film it, and then do voiceover that's professional. So let's teach them all full circles.
Hey, let's put that plan together.
I would be on board on.
Let's put that plan together.
Okay, I like it, man. Okay, we will do that. Man, Derek, I appreciate you. I want to get into a little fun. You are on Visit Vegas, Places with Coil. So we got to get into you personally and ask you and play with my game, this or that. So we have this or that, and then 3 options where I'll give you either this or that. You just let me know your preference of either or. And then after that, we'll see how very, very Vegas you are. First question on this or that. First question of this or that, Derek. Now, in a sense of, I'm going to take you not as a chef mind state. I want to put you in the mind state of a consumer. When you're eating tacos and going to a taco shop and you're in the mind state of a consumer, do you prefer your red sauce or green sauce, the verde sauce?
I prefer my red sauce.
Red sauce. Okay.
Yep.
All right. Yeah, you're a spice kind of guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, because in the house is the debate. My wife's team red, I'm team verde. So so that's crazy how that works. So my next one though I got for you is a same thing in the mind of a consumer, not a chef.
Okay.
When you're going to a barbecue, do you prefer potato salad or coleslaw?
Potato salad, homie. Yes.
That's what I'm talking about. But like, you're a master at both, so that's why I was like, I gotta ask him this.
Yeah, but hey, those St. Louis roots are potato salad driven.
I was just about to say, your roots know a mean potato salad. Yes, sir, they do. Now, this one right here, all right, is on again on your regular, not as the chef, but as in Derek, the man, on your leisure time now. Now, I don't know if you've seen these or have you not. Now, would you rather binge when a new show comes out on the show Stranger Things or Game of Thrones?
Man, he didn't put the range in there, going to the range. Give me Games of Thrones.
Right. Yes. So you're a Game of Thrones fan?
And neither one, but the other one I never heard of.
All right. So I'm a Game of Thrones fan. We've been on, my wife and I, we've been on it from day one. And like, we didn't get on it and binge season. We was on it when it started on HBO. Like, we was like looking at it.
I haven't been able to get past the first the first episode of Game of Thrones.
Oh, man, I got my people. I have somebody I just put up on 2 months ago. He went through the whole thing, and he was like, I don't even know how I slept on this. I'm like, I told you. But then, listen, Stranger Things, the kids put me up on that. So I'm thinking, like, come on, Stranger Things, what is this, a show? I tell you not, man, I was in the second, third show, man, they had me in. We binged the whole thing. Man, Stranger Things, next thing you got to binge is that. You need to look at that, and you need to let me know what you think about
it. No doubt. I got to.
All right. Yeah. Stranger Things is a whole nother level I did not expect. and it's far beyond. It's one of those things. Don't judge a book by its cover.
Right.
It's that.
Okay.
It's really that.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
So yeah. So you got to check that out. I'm gonna touch bases with you on that. Okay.
No doubt.
All right. So now we're gonna see how very, very Vegas you are. It's real simple. This is a fun one. And then everybody knows now this is in your mind state again as a consumer.
Okay.
We want to know who Derek is as a consumer, not the chef.
Okay.
So because if they want to know who Derek is as a chef, y'all need to go to Fusion Street, baby. And y'all know where he's going to be at. So right now we're going to give you Derek. And Derek, I need you to name three now. I know there's more than three, but all I need is three taco shops that Las Vegas locals frequent.
Oh, easy. I'm gonna start off low and I'm gonna go to the highest bar. All right.
Let's do it.
Let's go to Roberto. All right.
Woo! That's what I had number one. That's crazy. You're a real local now, man. Wherever you, I don't care, man. You say Roberto's, you know what's up.
Yes, sir.
Now you got that one. Go ahead now. Keep it coming.
Lindo Michigan.
Oh, yes, good one. All right, okay.
All right, and top
Who else?
number one best Vegas taco shop out there is none other than my man Juan from Flaming Fajita.
Oh, Flaming Fajita is good. Yes,
dude, Flaming Fajita is off the chain.
Yeah, baby.
It used to be a west side of town favorite. Now that Juan also located a restaurant here in Henderson, dude, let me tell you something. Even during COVID, that brother couldn't keep the doors. He couldn't lock the doors. It was so many people, so many orders. He just has such a phenomenal brand. His service, dude. I tell you what. And I know it's supposed to be about Fusion Street, man, but it's guys like Juan from Flaming Fajitas, man, that really has set the tone and really taking Mexican food and making you interested in it. Because sometimes we get caught up in like Mexican food, soul food, and all that, and it becomes just basic. You know what I'm saying? After a while. He just reflamed it, man, and not, pun intended with the Flaming Fajita. He just added new fire to it, man, and I love it. I love it.
You said he had a new Henderson location?
Oh, I do, yeah. Juan's Flaming Fajitas on Water Street and Lake Mead. Dude,
Water Street and Lake Mead.
Phenomenal brand, man. Juan really, he really brought a lot of excitement to Mexican cuisine, man. And the environment is wonderful, dude. It's an awesome environment for family, awesome environment for the fellas during the game, or awesome environment for the date. The Flaming Fajitas will completely shock you, especially if they coming up and behind you with one, because you hear that roaring fire. It's just that would be, if nobody tasted it, make that a local favorite, because he is truly local. He started out small and now he's booming.
Okay. So, and it is funny, on my list, we're going through the list. I haven't not been to him yet, and I'm going to make sure I visit one, and I'm going to make sure that they know that you sent me.
Yep.
Done deal, man. Hey, Derek, let the audience know again, Fusion Street I have with me. Fusion Street, let them know your social media handles, and again, where can we see Fusion Street this weekend? And we're talking about this weekend of November 27th, the 26th Friday, 27th Saturday, 28th Sunday. Where can we pull up on Fusion Street and get some of that good stuff?
Hey, man, first of all, thank you, and I appreciate you and your family coming out, dude. That was an awesome time. I'll be honest with you, I didn't even know you was out there. We had our heads down and was just going at that line. But Fusion Street, we really bring that top shelf street cuisine here in Vegas. We're found on social media under Fusion Street LV on Instagram. We're found on Facebook under Fusion Street. Also, you can look under Derek Hornaday. I do all Fusion Street postings from my personal page as well. You can also find us on Yelp under Fusion Street. We love your comments, good, bad, or indifferent. Whatever we need to grow or keep consistent, I love to hear it from Yelp. You can also find us this weekend. You'll find us at the T-Mobile Arena. We got some new things coming out this weekend, so come on out. bro, like I said, I got that one chef special from yesterday for you. You know, we also got this bison brisket chili dog coming out with cheese curds and all that stuff loaded on top. Oh my God.
Man, I can't wait. I can't. Yes, I can't wait. Man, Derek, man. Hey, man, it's a pleasure, man. And again, like when we came, usually when I show up, usually the establishment doesn't know, but everything was perfect, excellent. You know, it's like, and I'm saying when I commended you on your services and all that, I wasn't speaking on when you noticed we was there. I was speaking on the timeline that when we walked up and you didn't notice we were there. We saw the excellence in the service.
Thank you, big brother.
Your diligence and your work. Yeah. So we appreciate you, and we appreciate what you're doing for the community. We're going to touch bases definitely, and we're going to lock in something for the kids that we were speaking on. So we'll touch bases offline on that. Yes, sir. We got you on that. And I want to thank all the listeners. I know you guys could have been anywhere. You chose to be here with us. I have Derek Hornaday with me, owner of Fusion Street. Definitely, you checked out the review. Go taste it. Be there at the arena, T-Mobile Arena this weekend. And Derek, I want to thank you for blessing us with your presence.
Yes, sir. Thank you very much, big brother. Thank all your listeners as well.
No problem. You guys, I appreciate you guys. You take care. And Derek, man, have a blessed day, man. God bless you, Derek. Thank you.
Peace.
Check this. Next time you visit Golden Knights or the T-Mobile Arena, make sure you walk down Fusion Street. Chef Derek satisfies appetites with his exotic dishes. His signature St. Louis country grammar with smoked brisket and potato salad. Ninth Island with blueberry barbecue sauce. Tropical plucker jerk chicken tacos. Piggy small smoked pork tacos. And the Fusion Street empanadas were lit. Check out Fusion Street when you visit Vegas places, baby.